sorry.
I'll take a card as well.
Okay.
Alright.
You take all the things?
Just need a card.
So looking in on table 1.
Don't guess.
There we go.
2. It's okay. Still.
So Daniela is in the lead on table 1. Orange. But everyone within 2 points of her. Jeff and Chi-Wan at 4 and Maury at 3 points. So again, this is early in round 2 for everybody, so not a lot of point differentiation yet, but that will change here very shortly. Sure.
This time is the hardest part.
Yeah, straight here. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Next. Yeah. 7. Oh.
Block 8.
Yeah, of course.
Question's been asked on live stream whether or not we'll be showing all of the tables. We do have a roving camera. It's the camera that's being used to look at us. Frankly, we'd rather it not look at us. We'd rather it look at other tables. So you'll have a chance to look around and see some of the other games in action. We have a fixed static camera over table 1, so that's the one where we'll be spending most of our time and energy. Just again, kind of a random luck of the draw to be on that table in a sense, but. We do have a camera. We'll wander around a little bit, so we'll try and at least get as many people as we can on camera today. And of course, tomorrow during the semifinals, we'll be in a much better position to make sure that everybody gets the FaceTime on the screen. So.
Sorry.
The pressure is here.
We think the same thing. I think we think the same thing. I think both of them think the same thing.
So let's take a moment. We'd like to thank some of the people that helped to make the 2012 Catan World Championships possible. Of course, that list starts with Mayfair Games, the games of our generation, and games that you can play again and again and again. We'd also like to thank Pulp Gamer, who is helping to bring us all of the video this afternoon, video entertainment for analog gamers. And certainly our other major sponsors, Cosmos, who are the international licensor for the Settlers of Catan, and our German partners for publication of the Settlers of Catan series. And Catan LLC, Catan GmbH, the creators of the Settlers of Catan and other Klaus Teuber classic games. So all of those people together, along with a lot of organizers and a lot of people, helped to make this event possible. And we are thankful that we can have something as nice and as exciting for everyone to be able to attend as this. And so big thanks out there for Mayfair, Cosmos, Pulp Gamer for being able to make the technical aspects of this work, and Catan LLC for, I guess, inventing the game.
That's certainly a part of it.
So Klaus, unfortunately, is actually attending a show in Germany this year, so he wasn't able to attend the Worlds, but he sent a message along, and we have Benjamin Teuber, who is business manager for Catan in the U.S. here, Catan Worldwide, and he is the representative on behalf of Catan LLC, Catan GmbH here at the show this afternoon. So he's been able to walk around and pass along thanks from his dad and to be a presence here at the show. So we've been very thankful to have him around. Excellent. So we have, we also again, we appreciate everybody who is out there on live stream watching our action this afternoon. We promise we'll be a little quieter as we get a little later into the game this afternoon. Tomorrow, however, for the semifinals, which begins at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S., we will be broadcasting. We'll do a full broadcast of the semifinal round, and then at noon, at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll verify that time before we leave the broadcast this afternoon. But 2 o'clock, I believe, is the scheduled time for the finals tomorrow afternoon, and that'll be a full broadcast as well. Part of today is simply to shake off the cobwebs, find out how our technical things are working, and make sure that we don't have too many issues and problems going into the semis and finals tomorrow. So,
and tomorrow as well, we should be able to discuss the games in more detail as they are in progress as well.
Sure. One of the really enjoyable parts about being at the World Championships is not only the opportunity to play Catan at such a high level, but to be able to enjoy the company of everyone else around you. Last night, we had a wonderful kickoff dinner for the World Championship, and we had entertainment provided by both Michael Mirth, who not only being a renowned renowned magician, but also as a game store owner. We had the Fiddlers of Catan, who were able to come in and give us a blend of Americana and klezmer music and put on a really nice show for everybody. Of course, many of our contestants had just gotten off a plane after 26 hours in the air, and so they were as polite as they needed to be in order to be able to ensure they were going to be able to wake up for today's games. So we did not begrudge anyone perhaps not sticking around too late last night evening. So you get off a plane for 26 hours, you feed them, and then we're supposed to stay awake for a concert. So many of them were polite enough to stay for a few songs and then focused on the day at hand, as it were.
And which would be their night. Imagine trying to travel halfway around the world, and when you get to where you're going, you really don't have to change your watch because it's exactly 12 hours off.
So for many of these players, it's it's the extra added challenge of trying to be awake and alert and ready to take on the best in the world after a trip like that. But we were very happy to have them. Of course, again, 42 players from 27 countries participating in today's tournament.
And from what I see right now, I don't see anybody dozing off.
That's good. Always a good sign. You're not nodding off into your pieces. You can follow all of the chatter on Twitter by using hashtag #CWC for the Catan Worldwide Championship. So if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, all you're going to do is follow #CWC, and that will feed you everyone who happens to be listening in or is on site and passing along information on Twitter about their experiences here or watching, as it were. So we have a series of runners who are going throughout the room and collecting score points. We're bringing those in, and we're going to be updating our graphics over the course of the afternoon. So even if we are not going to be here talking to you, and Lord knows you probably wouldn't want to have that happen all the time, but in the meantime, we will throughout the afternoon be able to update you on how the table standings are and how the player rankings are. So even if we're not going to be broadcasting or we're not going to be doing the commentary over the games, as long as you stay tuned to the live stream feed, you should be able to have that information coming to you in reasonably live time. We're doing as best we can to keep all the tables informed and active as far as what's happening and bringing that information into our graphics guide here. So as the action continues here at the 2012 Catan World Championships, this is a USA sponsored year. All that means is that every other year we have a Catan World Championship, and every other Catan World Championship is held in the USA. The last time that USA hosted the Catan World Championships would have been, of course, 2008. We had a USA winner that year as well. It was a smaller, it was the first time it had been held anywhere outside of Europe, and so we did have as high a level participation as we had hoped, but we did have a number of international representatives and had a wonderful time. That was held at Gen Con that year. 2 years ago, it was held in Germany at a castle in Germany, and again, wonderful experience. It was decided to move it off of the convention circuit only because we wanted this to be an event on its own. We wanted this to be a unique standalone experience for the players rather than just some small thing that was part of a bigger thing. So this way it's a chance for everyone to really focus on what they're here for and what they're doing and enjoy the experience without a lot of the extra excitement and people and pressures that come with that. So,
and we do have a great setting here at Normandy Farms.
Yeah, this
really,
is
really nice.
Amazing facility, and looking forward to perhaps coming back as a private citizen Jaeger at some point and seeing a little bit more of the facility than what the conference room with the Catan setup is having to offer us. Then, of course, every other year on the odd years, we have the regional tournaments.
Yes, and those, for the most part, when we're talking about from the U.S. standpoint, those we pull out a winner from our show at Origins, and we pull out a winner from our show at Gen Con. And I believe we have carryovers from prior winners as well, or have the possibility of being eligible for that event.
Right, the regional, what will happen is that the years that we don't have a Worlds, we have regional ones in that we have a North American champion, we have a European champion, and we have an Asian champion. Now, those people, in addition to being able to call themselves North American champions in the year that they do that, also get direct placement into the following year's World Championship. So our North American winner last year is playing in the tournament this year, as is our European winner and our Asian winner. And of course, and actually the world champion from 2010 is also playing. It's funny because he actually qualified for this tournament at least 3 times on his own, in addition to already being grandfathered in under the 2010. So if you ever wondered whether there were players that, you know, whether we'd see the same players over and over again because of, you know, the randomness of Catan, yes, a good player can overcome the dice, can work through the dice, can make their game work for them, and so we see the same people time and time again in these tournaments because they are that good and they know how to work the game to make things happen.
Yeah, those players, they do play at a higher level, despite what the dice actually may bring to them.
And we've just been handed a slip of paper that says we have our first winner of round 2. So Jorge Beltran is our winner on table 5, round 2, beating Michael Magic and William Azrael Spear out there. So we have our first congratulations to Jorge there as our first winner on round 2. We're going to take a quick look, and he had 8 points in the first round, so he's positioned himself rather nice now with 1 win and 18 points.
That's very good
across 2 games. So that's a good score. That's a good showing, and should serve him well.
I believe I see 2 empty boards now. We should have results from another game, if I am not mistaken.
So as we continue to get a couple of score updates, we'll get you updated scores here in a few moments. But in the meantime, let Glover teach you the Settlers of Catan and many other Mayfair games by watching White Glove Movies on www.mayfairgames.com.